Test, test. Test, test. Good?
Mic check. Mic check.
Just turned something on, so hopefully his thumbs up means it's supposed to. I did find something on. It might have needed to be on. I don't know.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if we could have everybody take their seat, we are ready to begin today's 8th grade award ceremony. I want to take a moment and review expectations with our 8th graders. Yes, it is the final day of 8th grade, final day of your middle school career. Your shortest stop of all of your school stops here in the Williamsport Area School District. But just please keep in mind that we still expect the middle school millionaire nation to represent themselves in the highest possible fashion. Our expectations have not changed, so we expect you to be demonstrating the highest quality character and behavior throughout today's assembly. Of course, that means being present, safe, respectful, and responsible. And today we're going to add that 5th one that beginning your next school day, the first day of 9th grade, will be part of their 5 Bs, and that will be professional. So the purpose of the ceremony today, this is not a graduation. That will happen for our senior class tomorrow night. Some of you may be in attendance for that. This is not a graduation. It is simply the end of one step of your journey reaching that graduation 4 years from now. We do want to congratulate you on successfully completing middle school. You've been a fun class. You've been a good class. At times you've been a challenging class, but I think we can say that of every group that goes through. We want you to continue to get involved. Dr. Ross and I and all the adults in the audience preach that to you. If there is something that you have always wanted to try and you've not tried it to this point, whether it be a sport, whether it be an instrument, whether it be getting involved with a club, whether it be a class, an elective that you can take and you're not sure whether or not you'll be good at it. The worst that can happen is you try something and you find out that it's not for you and you didn't like it. Try as much as you possibly can. You are still finding out who you are. If you were at the National and Junior Honor Society, which some of you were, back on a Sunday in May, part of my speech was about discovering who you are. And you're going to discover that life is a journey. It's not a final destination. And you're going to find out who you are many times throughout life, and that's going to change. But a big part of that is continuing to get involved. So get involved when you get to the high school. If you're already involved with things, stay involved. Set goals, reach those goals, readjust those goals when necessary, and create new goals as you move through life. But we want to take a moment from Dr. Ross and I and congratulate you on the completion of your 8th grade year. We are going to begin today's award ceremony. Here to present our first set of awards are Mrs. Adams and Mr. Weaver.
Thank you. Our first award goes to Joshua Warrior for mathematics. Our second award is I will accept her on behalf of Kalima Wells for mathematics. Our next award goes to Randy Ramos, Language Arts. Our next award goes to Kyandra France, Mathematics. And our final award for my group goes to Jeffrey Strait, Language Arts.
Good morning. The following student has earned an award for the 2018-2019 school year in our classroom, and that student is Jordan Kiesling for Language Arts.
My name is Jordan Kiesling.
Good job, buddy. Okay. Come on up. Here now to present several sports awards are our middle school track coaches, Coach Laird and Coach Palmatier.
Mr. Mumbauer asked me to remind you that as you're getting an award, if you would arrive at this side and exit on your right. I am Coach Laird. I'm the boys track coach and former teacher here in this building, and I'm here to present an award to a member of the boys track team who was instrumental in helping our team place fourth out of 36 teams at the middle school championship at Altoona. But before we do that, if you have qualified, if you're a boys track team member and qualified for the city championship meet, please stand. If you were a qualifier. Thank you. The award that I'm going to give goes to a record-breaking performance at that championship meet. And to break a record means that you have done the best since the Williamsport School District went to the middle school format, which was back in 1982. Today's award goes to an athlete that has the desire, the determination, and the discipline to work hard to get to that. He will get a certificate and several pins to represent that accomplishment. On the certificate, I've put two pictures of athletes that I hold in high esteem. The first is Steve Prefontaine. Some of you may know that name. Pre died very early at the age of 24 in a car accident in 1975. But I'd like to read two quotes that represent his athletic philosophy. A lot of people run a race to see who is the fastest. I run to see who has the most guts. I'm going to work so that it's a pure guts race at the end, and if it is, I'm the only one that can win. And my personal favorite, to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. The second photo is an athlete that most of you won't know. Brian Sell, a 1996 graduate of a small Pennsylvania high school in Bedford County, 2 hours south from here, became a 2008 Olympian. He worked hard in college, he worked hard in high school, he set a goal, he made a plan, and he worked hard to get that. I know Brian personally, had the opportunity to hear him speak at a graduation ceremony last week. He was a good runner, but not a great runner. But he did work hard. Going to the 2008 Olympics, he finished 22nd out of 98 runners that were entered. Someone from a small Pennsylvania high school. Our record holder has energy and the desire and has a bright future ahead of him. Running the 3,200-meter run in 11 minutes, 13 seconds, Ethan Holcomb set our record. Congratulations. There's your certificate, and there's two pins with that. Just stand here for a moment. Said Ethan's time was 11 minutes, 13 seconds. Brian, who I talked about, in high school ran 10 minutes, 6 seconds, was his best 3,200-meter run. Ethan's only 1 minute, 7 seconds behind that. And that was, Brian ran it as a senior. So he's got a lot of bright future ahead of him, and I hope he continues with his running. And we congratulate Ethan for his hard work. Thanks again. My congratulations to all of you for finishing one stage of your life. And as Mr. Mumbauer said, find something that you're passionate about, work hard to get there, use that desire to make you a success. Thank you. Now for Coach Palmatier.
Most of you know me. I'm Coach Palmatier or Mr. Palmatier. I have two ladies that I would like to recognize today for breaking some records throughout the year. The first one, coming into this season, there was a lot of promise. We were excited. I think she was excited. We just knew it was going to be great. And Coach Laird talked about Ethan having a bright future. Well, this lady has the brightest future that she can ever imagine if she would want to work and put in the dedication. She broke her own record, I think, 4 times this year throughout the season. You know, continually getting better throughout the season. I don't think she finished the season as she would like to. It was out of her circumstances, but she has everything to be proud of for what she's done the last 2 years. And this girl broke the shot put record, her record, several times. Her final record was 40 feet 8 inches. The previous record before this was 32 feet 9 inches. So she has, over the last 2 years, broken the record by 8 feet. And that girl is Tanaya Martin. The next one, finally got her to come out for track this 8th grade year. We tried a little bit in the 7th grade year, and she just decided not to, and that's fine. I think if you ask her now, she would have wished that she would have come out her 7th grade year. And to do what she did in just 1 year, breaking this record, the discus record, it's a tough event to pick up because it's so finicky. The way that the discus, it's like throwing a frisbee, but not really. If you all throw a frisbee, and I saw some of you throw frisbees yesterday at Can Jam, if you throw a frisbee, sometimes it wobbles, and we don't want this discus to wobble. So it's very, very finicky in how it comes out, the release of your hand. And I think the first throw in the first meet she had was about 50-some feet. By the end of the year, she was throwing close to 100 feet. So the improvement throughout the year was tremendous. You know, and I'm very glad that she came out. And this is another young lady that has a tremendous future, whatever she wants to do with it. Again, having that desire and a dedication. These two ladies could move on to the high school next year and be a wonderful addition to Coach Smith's throwing girls at the high school. And I know she's excited for them. Lucy Mahafu. One more round of applause for these two ladies.
Thank you, coaches. Next, we will begin the awards presentations in the 4 core academic areas, as well as unified arts. Academics are the #1 responsibility of all students at the Williamsport Area Middle School, and in fact at any school at any level throughout the country. The foundation that you build with your schoolwork and work ethic today are the building blocks for your future success. The following awards are given to those in different areas of curriculum, and those awards are presented to the students whom teachers feel have excelled in each subject and established a strong foundation for their future success in each academic area. Here to present the first set of academic awards are Mr. Palmatier and Mr. Forney.
The next awards for the area of mathematics. The following students have earned an award in the area of mathematics for the 2018-2019 school year. Ben Smith. Addison Bauer, Griffin Volman, Sarah Gargas, Riley Baker, Daniel Schwaley, Evan Whitford, Jet Johnson, Avery Sowers. Who's that? Schwaley's not here. Mr. Forney's going to read the rest of them. Go ahead. I'll get
it. Elise Berthold, Isaac Young, Aviel Myers, Dominic Diabelco, Brielle Howlett, Peyton Nagel, Angelica Ware, Ariana Watson, and Evan Biter. Mrs. Walter and Mrs. Weaver will now present the next awards.
The following students have earned an award in the area of language arts for the 2018-2019 school year. Benjamin Manetta, Caleb Fosnot, Zakiah Lepley, Sarah Spring, Jet Johnson, Evan Whitford, Ramona Das, Sean McCann, Abigail Mundrick, Tanea Richardson, Sydney Kelly, Laurel Alexander, Kira Mitchelltree, Elena Ossenbach, Elia Wright, Chandra Upker, Evan Biter, and Constance Harding. Thank you. Next is Mr. Gravish and Mrs. Smith with this year's Social Studies Awards. Thank you.
Good morning. The next awards are in the area of social studies. The following students have earned an award in the area of social studies for the 2018-2019 school year. Sydney Kelly, Marcella Fisher, Madeline Pennings, Layla Robertson, Kayla Steinbacher, Nevaeh Hale, Arsenio Colazo, Zaira Mays, Lily Whipple, Benjamin Manetta, L. Douglas, Lydia Hall, Caden Tubbs, Sydney Cruz, Carter Weaver, Shartez Slaughter, Cheyenne Smith, Dayon Washington Justice. Thank you. Next to present this year's Science Awards are Mr. Kinley and Mrs. Crawley.
The next awards are in the area of science. The following students have earned an award in the area of science for the 2018-19 school year. Evan Biter, Samantha Carpenter, Addison Lavecchio, Rowan Tupper, Noah Arrow, Maya Jones, Jack Rosenthal, Nevaeh Hale, Layla Robertson, Kayla Steinbacher, Owen Carr, Marquan Harris, Keaton Grove, Isaac Young, Sarah Spring, Evan Whitford, Abigail Roth, and Gavin Rigdon. Is Gavin here today? No? Okay. Thank you. Mr. Nye and Mrs. Watson will now begin the presentation of the awards for the Unified Arts areas.
The next awards are in the area of physical education. The following students have earned an award in the area of physical education for the 2018-2019 school year. Nasir Hennigan, George Whaley, Zach Lake, Kendall Mack, Maya Jones, and Allie Chilson. It pains me to have to have done that. Good job, Chad. Thank you. Mrs. Bolt will present the next awards.
Hi. Hey. So before I start, I'd like to mention that I have a little something special for each of my health award winners. And if you have noticed, I brought a little tea with me today. Tea? It took you long enough. All right. There were many students who earned excellent and outstanding grades in the 8th grade health education course. I'm excited to present the awards for excellence in health education to 6 students who not only earned excellent health grades, but also added something special to class that enriched the environment, not only for other students, but also for me. So here they are. For his interest and expertise in the area of health-related laws and consequences, Brian Jacobs. He's not here. He must be out like enforcing some sort of like health-related law. Okay. For her extensive contribution to classroom discussion, which is supported by her vast and specific content knowledge, and for her maturity, Chandra Apker. For his friendly demeanor and never give up attitude, and for checking in with a nice thing to say prior to each and every class, Andre Talley. For her consistent passion and enthusiasm in standing up for what is right and good, and for her improvement in organizational skills, she's gonna kill me, Sydney Smith. For her sense of humor and interest shown in class, your outgoing attitude helps your participation in class, while your critical thinking skills add depth to classroom discussion, Lily Whipple. And last but for sure not least, for his shining personality and overall kindness, this individual clearly chooses his attitude every single day and spreads that positive attitude throughout the school with his smile. From you, we can all learn a lot out of how to be better humans and how to live happier lives. Michael Harry. All right, up next is Mr. Browse with the Technology Awards.
I didn't get to them.
Well, the one, the guy isn't here,
Okay.
and I'll give the other one to Chandra.
If you want, somebody can.
The next award in the area of technology education. The following students have earned an award in the area of technology education for the 2018-2019 school year. Sarah Spring, Ben Manetta, Zach Lake, Isaac Young, Sydney Kelly, and Sydney Cruz.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. The next awards are in the area of art and will be presented by Mrs. Bosch.
Thank you. So when I was talking to Ms. Bosch last night, and she knew that she wasn't going to be able to make it to school today, we thought, what would be more fun than her twin sister presenting the art awards to you guys today? So because you all know that at one point in time you have gotten us mixed up. It's okay. It's okay. I wish that I had more kind words to say about the students that were about to receive these awards, but apparently you have all done very well in art class throughout the year. So would the following students please come up as their names are called? You have earned an award in the area of art for this school year. Rowan Tupper. Avery Sowers. Lydia Hall. Brian Jacobs, Bo Enright, Aaliyah Wright, and we have a special award for this next young man for all of his help in art-related things throughout the building, and that will be for Jack Rosenthal. Thank you guys very much. Mrs. Hickey is going to present the next area of awards.
Good morning. The next awards are in the area of classroom music. The following students have earned an award in the area of classroom music for the 2018-19 school year. Caleb Fosnot, Sydney Kelly, Ryan Griffin, Marcella Fisher, Kennedy Godfrey, and Stephanie Nappy.
Oh, she's coming. Oh, she's coming. She's got you.
Come on up, Stevie. In the area of performing music, certificates are given for band, choir, and orchestra. Certificates in the area of choir are awarded to the following students for the 2018-19 school year. And I could go on and on about both of these individuals, but I will not. But there are so many fabulous 8th graders to choose from, but these two really went above and beyond throughout the year to help me with various things. Those two students are Benjamin Minetta and Madeline Pennings. Before I hand it over to Mrs. Garside, and so she can make her costume change to be the band director, not the art teacher, this is not an actual award, but I like to give a special thank you at this ceremony for a student that helped me greatly throughout musical season. Being the stage manager is really, really difficult, especially when you're literally chasing me around and making sure I know what I'm supposed to do next. So this very special thank you gift goes to Lucy Walls. And here is Mrs. Garside to present the next set of awards.
Oh, hello, everybody. I am Mrs. Garside, the band director here at the Williamsport Area Middle School. Like Mrs. Hickey said, this award, the band award, is going to go to two students who have really gone above and beyond in many respects. So would the following students please come to the stage to receive the band award for the 2018-2019 school year? Connor Evans and Alexis Mann. Thank you very much. The next award will be presented by Mrs. Mondell.
The next awards will be presented to two students in the orchestra. These two students are silent leaders in our group, and they will be receiving a certificate and a $25 gift card to Robert M. Sides Music. And those students are Jack Compton and Sarah Spring. Sorry. Thank you. Mrs. Roan, Mr. Mangus, Mr. Fink, and Mrs. Welty will now begin presentations of the Presidential Awards for Academic Achievement.
Presidential awards for academic achievement are given by the Office of the President of the United States. with the academic averages of 92.5 or higher for the 2018-2019 school year. The award consists of a certificate signed by the President of the United States and the Secretary of Education. And this year we have 50 winners. The letter from the President says, the White House, Washington, Mrs. Trump and I are pleased to congratulate you on the 2019 President Award, Education Award. It's a privilege to join your family, friends, school, and community in celebrating your wonderful achievement. The success and education of our youth are vitally important to the future of America and the entire world. Your distinguished commitment to learning gives us great hope. Our nation is strengthened by your hard work, leadership, and academic excellence. We encourage you to continue to believe in yourself, strive towards even greater accomplishment, and pursue your dreams no matter the obstacle. May God bless you, and may He continue to bless the United States of America. Donald Trump. Jordan Kiesling. Dominic DeVelco. Nevaeh Hale. William McGeehan. Elias Campbell. Eva Goodlin. Noah Cox. Benjamin Smith. Jackson Fink. Kaylin Sennett. Tanaya Richardson, Maria Montoya, Connor Cupp, Adam Aldendorfer, Lydia Garvert, Addison Lovecchio, Laurel Alexander, Sean McCann, George Whaley, Mackenzie Smith, Brian Santos, Alexia Markley, Lucy Waltz, Sophia Cruz, Riley Baker, Cameron Kratzer, Chartez Slaughter, Ava Williams, Luke Seagraves, Lena Holmes, Riley Toronto, Natika Hodges, Deanna Gare, Bo Enright, Jack Rosenthal, Landon Almaris, Spencer Trett, Hannah DeBrody, Bailey Merrill, Kristen Goodman, Abigail Roth, Brandon Beck, Logan Thomas, Amira Blackwell, Ethan Eckerd, Noah Golden, Mia Birch. Thank you. Mr. Mangus and Mrs. Weldy are next to present more awards for academic excellence.
Okay, the Presidential Award for Academic Excellence is awarded to students with an overall average of 95 or above for the 2018-2019 school year. This year there are 89 students. Okay, bear with me. Are we ready? They are as follows. Benjamin Mineta, Sydney Kelly, Marcella Fisher, Caleb Fosnot, Addison Bauer, Aubriana Blair, Avery Sowers, Isaac Young, Brianna Chicas, Landon Miller, Layla Robertson, Madeline Pennings, Sarah Spring, Kayla Steinbacher, Lauren Trump, Elle Douglas, Owen Carr, Aviel Myers, Shamara Robinson, Aaliyah Wright, Rowan Tupper, Kenzel McAnally, Evan Biter, Abigail Mundrick, Elise Berthold, Griffin Volman, Lily Whipple, Matthew Smith, Constance Harding, Bryson Delker, Jet Johnson, Chase Sheaf, Evan Whitford, Kennedy Godfrey, Peyton Noggle, Tyler Schneider, Kaylin Steinbacher, Chandra Apker, Mia Clark, Noah Dunlap, Hannah Joy, Noah Arrow, Carter Weaver. I'm going to pause a moment. We're backed up. There's so many of you. All right, continuing on. Allison McCann, Angela Riley, Stephanie Nappy, Addison Maggs, Elizabeth Ryder, Mason Kiesling, Alana Osenbach, Maya Clay, Connor Nye, Claire Fosnot, Lydia Hall, Kale Nasdio, Ariana Watson, Connor Evans, Blake Little, Audrey Donnell, Kaya Ungard, Ryan Griffin, Zachariah Lake, Maya Jones, Shayna Hauser, Sydney Cruz, Landon Hetrick, Taryn Reed, Avery Barton, Ella Marie Wieland, Naira Russell, Alexis Mann, Samantha Carpenter, Alexandria Chilson, Tanaya Martin, Noah Hoover, Sydney Smith, Megan Lorson, Porter Dawson, Blake Butler, Jack Marafka, Deja Neidig, there's still more. All right, and a few more. Alexis Stugart, Andrew Butters, John Compton, Ethan Holcomb, Ramona Doss, Sarah Gargis, Michael Harry, and Amaya Sweeting. So congratulations and thank you to all of our presidential award winners for this year. Mrs. Mineta is now here to present our Odyssey of the Mind team with recognition for their accomplishments at the World Competition in May at Michigan State University.
Thank you. Good morning. Mrs. Lewis and I are the coaches of the WAMS, one of the WAMS Odyssey of the Mind teams. If you don't know what Odyssey of the Mind is, it's an international creative problem-solving competition. So these kids meet after school, okay? There's two parts to the competition. There's a long-term solution where they get a problem, and they have to make up a skit to solve the problem. And they use art and technology and different things to do that. And then the second part of the competition is a spontaneous problem where and this is what everyone doesn't like, you go in a room, and they just give you a problem, and you have 8 minutes to solve it. Okay, it's pretty tough. So there's two parts to the competition, and the team from Williamsport Middle School took first place in Berwick at the regional competition. Then they went to the state competition in the Poconos. They took first place there. So that qualified them to go on to Michigan in May for the world competition. And at the world competition, there were 900 teams there from 32 different states and 14 different countries. Some of the countries were China, Hong Kong, Singapore, Poland, Germany, Russia, India, lots of different countries. So they went there to compete, and there they were the national champs in their problem and division, which was extremely impressive. So we're really proud of them. They took first place in the country, and they took third place in the world. So we'd like to recognize them today. We'll call them up together. The team members were Mia Clark, Sydney Kelly, Ben Mineta, Lizzie Ryder, and then our two 7th grade members, Olivia Chibatari and Lisa Lewis. Oh. Thanks, kiddos. Good job. Thank you. And Mr. Mumbauer will now present the Williamsport Area Middle School Outstanding Student Awards.
Thank you. All right, only a few more to go, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you hanging in there very patiently. We would like to take this time to recognize the recipients of the 2018-19 Outstanding Students. The outstanding students best exemplify the qualities expected of a student from the Williamsport Area Middle School. These expectations include integrity, academic excellence, trustworthiness, and a positive attitude. The students were presented to the Williamsport Area School District Board of Directors during the month of April at a board meeting. The Williamsport Area Middle School's outstanding students for this year are Ben Mineta and Caleb Fosnot. I don't have an award to hand these two gentlemen simply because they were given their award at the board meeting that night. So we're just going to bring them up and recognize them. Dr. Ross will now present this year's Junior Rotarians and Senator Yaw Award winners.
The Williamsport Rotarian Club sponsors an annual award to recognize a boy and a girl from local elementary and middle schools. This award is a Junior Rotarian Award. Students are selected for their work ethic, citizenship, academics, community contribution, and school service. Junior Rotarians for the Williamsport Area Middle School are Evan Biter or Marcella Fisher. Come on up. No awards. You got your awards, but congratulations. Congrats. Congrats. The State Senate Citizenship Award is a certificate given to 2 students who have demonstrated their citizenship to the school and the community by possessing the attributes of honor, scholarship, service, leadership, and courage. This award comes from the office of Senator Gene Yaw. This year's Senator Yaw award winners are Owen Carr and Alana Ossenbach. The final award of the day is the Hermance Award. This award is given by Albert D. Hermance Fund to the top 8th grader with the highest academic average this school year in the 8th grade at WAMS. This award includes a certificate and a $50 prize for the student with the highest GPA for their 8th grade year. This year's recipient is Ben Mineta. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for a great year. We wish you the best of luck as you move on to 9th grade. Give me 1 second. Please make sure you come back and visit us as you move on. Oh, no? All right. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I hope that changes over the next 4 years, but we'll go from there. All right? We're going to dismiss, just stay seated for a second, listen to my instructions. Any presidential award winner will be dismissed right now with Mr. Mumbauer to the gymnasium. So anyone that was a presidential award winner, anybody with a pin, you're going to be dismissed first to the gymnasium for a picture. So head out now. Everybody else, please stay seated for a minute. 1 minute.